Alright, welcome to another gameplay video. Still really enjoying the Synchro tournament, so gonna play it for another day. Did mix up the deck a little bit from last time. Gone down to 2 MSTs, brought in Prince again, and now we're playing 2 copies of Tatsunoko, so let's see if that ends up helping us out. Also, threw in Monster Reborn. Maybe we'll get to summon some monsters from the graveyard. If you're enjoying the Synchro videos or the other videos on my channel, please consider subscribing. You'll get notified when I do another upload, which I plan to do a couple more videos of the Synchro tournament. I'm still having a good time, so I think it's worth it before going back to Platinum Ladder. Alright, let's go on to the gameplay. Alright. No diva in hand, but we have some plays. We got Teus, we got Fishborg, so let's start off with a 1-for-1. Ditching the Fishborg, which we'll be able to summon later. Get an Atlantean Prince out of the deck. Send Dragoons, add Dragoons to hand. Dragoons in graveyard going to activate. Getting us a Lapis Dragon. Lapis Dragon going to summon itself. And the Teus is going to summon itself, discarding the Dragoons. We're going to get a search from Teus. We're going to get a search from Dragoons. Teus is going to search for our 1 copy of Gund. And the Dragoons is going to search for Deep Sea Diva. We already got the Moon Glacia in the hand here. We're going to make the White Aura Dolphin. And we're going to make Moon Glacia. Make them discard 2. Looks like they discard a Creation Resonator and a Resonator's Call. And making them discard 2, that was enough. We would have been able to do a couple more Synchro plays since we summoned the Diva here. We had obviously used 1-for-1 to summon Neptune, so we still had our normal. So Diva could have got another Prince. We already activated Prince, so couldn't activate again. But we could use Diva, Prince, and the Teus to make a Baron de Fleur, and I mean, that's pretty good. Let's check out our opponent's deck list. Alright, looks like our opponent's playing some sort of Synchron Resonators deck. That's pretty interesting. And they're playing Synchros, you know, so props to them. Props to them. This is looks like a pretty fun deck. Got some emergency teleports, got some Resonators calls. Alright, not bad. Well, let's go on to the next game. Alright, so we got the pieces in hand to summon Diva, we got a Deep Sea Aria, and we got a Deep Sea Minstrel we can use. Take a look at our opponent's hand. And the Prince is going to activate, but that doesn't matter. We're going to banish a card from our graveyard to add Diva. Then we're going to summon the Prince, activate Prince, sending a Dragoons, adding a Poseidra. Now, Dragoons is going to activate. We're going to get Lapis Dragon. This is probably a mistake. I was trying to figure out a way that I could get 5 in the graveyard exactly to summon the Moon Glacia, but I couldn't figure out a way to do it. So I kind of just reflex got a Lapis Dragon and made a bit of a mess. So if you can figure out a way to have summoned the Moon Glacia there, let me know. Maybe there's a card we need to add to get it to work. But we still got Bronze, so that's not terrible. Opponent's going to Twin Twisters, popping our Bluff Abyss Scale. They're going to normal summon a... Hold on a second here. Gizmek Naganiki. And we're going to negate that. They got no other plays. They're going to set 1 back row and move on. So our Bronze loss is negate, but he can still pop. So let's pop that back row. It's a Called by the Grave. We knew our opponent had that, and luckily for us, banishing 1 water monster is exactly what we needed to summon our Moon Glacia. So they accidentally themselves a little bit here. Discarding a UA penalty box and a Hang on Mac. We're going to get attacking. Now, we don't have a negate. They're going to search for a UA Hyper Stadium. Our Baron is just a 3000 beast stick that pops 1 thing a turn now. No more negates. So feeling a little bit vulnerable here. Opponent's going to activate the UA Hyper Stadium and add a Hang on Mac to hand. Gonna set the card face down, not looking good. We're going to draw a Atlantean Heavy Infantry, which is just what we want to see. We can discard, pop the Hyper Stadium, search for a level 3. And with a level 3 on board, we're going to be able to Synchro summon a level 8. And we're going to make the White Aura Whale. Got piercing battle damage. Get attacking. 1000 damage. And 3000 damage with the Brawn. That's lethal. We could have popped his back row here. We could have made a spell negate, but just having fun making the whale, you know? Alright, let's check out our opponent's deck list. Alright, looks like we got the Hand Trap City. Got all our Maxis, got all our Ashes. See a lot of this. Maxi card I kind of hope gets banned. TCG Maxi is banned. It kind of ends games a lot of the time. I don't want to craft it because I think it might get banned in the future. So hopefully Konami sees the light and bans the card. But who knows? Might be around for a while. I think if it's around, if they do a ban list and don't ban it, I'll probably end up crafting it because it's pretty busted. It kind of just wins the game if you activate, which isn't super fun, but hey, a win's a win. Alright, we got one more game. We got the perfect opening, double deep sea, and a deep sea. Alright, we got so much Devo here, we don't even know what to do. Diva gonna summon Neptibus, gonna activate, gonna get searching for Poseidra. So happy my boy Poseidра's seeing play. Gonna search for the Moon Glacier here with the Dragoons, making our Tatsunoko. And we're gonna go into our typical play, using our Poseidra in hand. We're gonna Synchro summon for a Veranda Fleur. Very nice, very nice. And we got 5 in the graveyard, so let's get Moon Glacier out. Discard 2 cards opponent. Looks like we got Skill Drain and a Pot of Desires and no extra deck. Opponent, what are you doing? We're going to have to teach him a lesson. Alright, let's pass the turn here. We got a negate. We don't want to overextend. Opponent's going to set 2 and activate Disciples of the True and a card of Demise. I don't think so, opponent. No drawing cards for you. Let's get negating. You're going to have to play with your back row. Alright. Back to our turn. Let's see what we draw here. Looks like we got a Called by the Grave. Probably not going to be useful. Let's get popping some of this back row. Another Skill Drain. Looks like bronze negated, but last turn we added a heavy to our hand just for this scenario. Opponent probably thinks they got us here. Popping their own True Draco spells. Gonna pop our Baron. Now see, they probably think they're in a great spot. But luckily, our Atlantean effects activate in the graveyard, and Skill Drain does not stop that. So, Heavy Infantry get popping. Get rid of that Skill Drain. Get out of here, opponent. Go put some Synchros in your deck. Search with Dragoons. Gonna get a heavy, another Megalo. Diva gonna summon. Special summon the Prince here. Send a Dragoons to the graveyard. Add a Heavy to hand. Dragoons gonna activate. Get a Marksman. We're going to activate, tributing a Prince with the Megalo to get 2 attacks. And Prince is going to special summon our boy Poseidra. And this is the perfect way to end a video. My boy Poseidra attacking for game. Come on. It's beautiful. This is just what we wanted. Living the dream. Alright, well, let's check out the opponent's deck list. Well, look at this. Look at this degeneracy. Got Dimensional Fissure, got Card of Demise. So disappointing. 3 copies of Skill Drain, no extra deck. Alright, well, I'm happy we taught this opponent a lesson. They're going to go back, put some Synchros in their deck. Now, despite all this shenanigans that we see, I'm still having a great time with this tournament. I think it's a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys can build a deck and play it as well while it's still active. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great night.